Hi everyone, I'm A. Nirisha, Assistant Professor in the Department of CSIT working in MLR Institutions of Technology. Today we are going to learn about the control structures in C, the remaining part. So the overview is, we are going to learn about the switch statements and also the difference between switch and FLSF ladder. So coming to the decision statements, we have already discussed in the previous lecture, the decision statements is based on some conditions. So the statements are used to verify the given condition, and based on that conditions, the statements will get executed. Here in C programming statements, the decision statements are of two. One is if and the other one is a switch. So about all these things we have discussed in the previous lecture. The simple if, the if is divided into four types, that is simple if else statement, nested if statement, and also the if ladder statement. If we have only one option, then we are using the if statement. If we have some two options, then we are using the if else statement, like either true or a false. And the next, if you have some multiple options, then we are using if ladder statement. So multiple options can be executed by using this if ladder, and a condition inside a condition, then at that time we are using the nested, that is one if inside the another if. At that time we are using the nested if. So today we are going to learn about the switch statement. So consider a situation in which we have many options, but we need to select only one option. Such problem statements can be solved by using else if ladder statement. So by using this else if ladder, here the complexity of the program is getting increased. So this type of problems can be solved by using a switch statement. Using the switch statement, one can select only one option very easily. So here the statement will provide a value that to be compared with the value associated with each option. Whenever the given value matches the value associated with the option, the execution starts from that option. In switch statement, every option is defined as a case. So this is the syntax of the switch and also the flow diagram. Here in switch, we are giving the expression or value or a variable. So inside the switch, the case 1, and this is the case 2, case 3, case 4, and so on, like multiple cases we can give. And these are the set of statements that are related to that case 1. This is a set of statement related to the case 2. So these are nothing but the multiple options that we have to solve a problem. So here how this switch works is, if the expression is matching with any of the case value, only then that particular set of statements will get executed. So if it doesn't match with any of the case value, it directly comes to the default, and whatever the statements we have given in the default statements, that will get executed. And this is the flow diagram. Here this is the value that we are giving, and it is matching with the case value. If then it will come in the true direction, and the statements whatever we have given in the case 1 value will get executed. If it is not matching with the value, then it will come and check with the next case. If it match, it will come to the true direction. If it doesn't match, it will come to the false direction, and so on till it matches the values. And if it doesn't match with any of the value, it will come to the default statements, and the statements that are related to the default, that will get executed. So for example, the switch statement, this is an example program to find the number is an even or odd. So here we are taking the n value, and the next, by using a printf statement, we are asking to enter that n. By using a scanf statement, we are reading that n, and inside the switch we are giving an expression. So the expression is n modulus 2. To find the number is even or odd, we require two options. We have some two options, either even or odd. If we divide that number by 2, we'll get the remainder as 0, then we are telling it is uneven. If we are getting the remainder as 1, then we are telling it is an odd. So here the case value we are taking it as 0 and 1. This is nothing but the remainder. So 0 is the remainder and 1 is also the remainder. So the modulus operator here we are using to get the remainder. So this is the test case. For example, we are giving the number as 76. So 76 modulus 2. If we divide this 76 by 2, we'll get the remainder as a 0. So it will directly come and match this. After evaluating this expression, we'll get the value as 0. The 0 is matching with the case 0. So at that time, the case 0, whatever we have, that particular statements will get executed. And in the next test case, we have given the number as 45. If we divide that 45 by 2, we'll get the remainder as 1. Here, after evaluating this expression, we'll get the value as 1. So in the switch, the value we have has 1. But the one we are checking with 0. Is it is matching? No, it is not matching. So it will come to the next case. So the 1 is matching with the first case. So whatever the statements we have given in the case 1, that will get executed, and we are getting the option as odd. And the other example program for a simple calculator, the code for simple calculator. So the simple calculator having some operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus operator. Only this operations we are doing, and we are considering only some 2 numbers. So it is a simple calculator. Here we are taking some 2 integer values, that is a and b, and the next one is a character variable and also a character data type that is used to store the character that we want to perform the operation. And the next, by using the printf statement, we are asking to enter an operator. So the operators are plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulus. As we all know, we are using these operations for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and to find the remainder. And the next, whatever the operator we have entered, that operator we are reading by using this scanf statement. And then next, we are asking to enter the 2 numbers. So on what 2 numbers we need to perform those operations? So for that reason, we are asking to enter 2 numbers, and by using scanf statement, we are reading those 2 numbers. And the next, in the case, this is the case and this is the case value. See, as per the syntax, here we have some case and also the case value, and the statements related to that case. So we need to give the case. Case is for multiple options, and these are the case values also that we are giving. So here we are giving case, and the next is the case value. Here we are giving it as a plus. So here we are using a character. So for characters, we are denoting the characters by using a single inverted quotes. And here we are using a numbers. So we no need to use an inverted quotes. So this is a character, and the statements that are related to perform addition operation. So this is a printf statement for addition equals to percentile d and a plus b. Whatever the values that we have read in this a and b, that will get in the place of this a and b, and by using this plus operator, we are performing addition operator, and that value will be reflected in this percentile d place in the console. And the next case is subtraction. The symbol that we are using for subtraction is minus operator, and this is a statement that we are using to perform subtraction for those 2 given numbers. And the next case is multiplication, the next one is the division, and the next one is a modulus operator. Here we are finding the remainder operator. So other than if the user has entered other than this operator, then it will directly come to the default statement, and whatever we have the statements in the default, that will get executed. So this is an example. It is asking to enter an operator, that is we are entering a star, and the next it is asking to enter some 2 numbers. We are giving the numbers as 54 and 12. The star indicates we want to perform some multiplication operator. So thus whatever the multiplication operator that we have entered, that is reading by using this scanf statement, and we are storing in the address of OP. So the OP value we have as a star. And then next we are giving the numbers. We are asking to enter 2 numbers, and we are giving the numbers as A is equals to 54 and B is equals to some 12. So these 2 numbers are read by using the scanf statement. And the next we are giving here as a switch. So in this switch, inside those brackets we have given the variable that is OP. In OP, the value we have it as a character, that is multiplication operator. So this will check with the switch statement, whatever the value we have given here, that will check with the case 1. So here the case 1 we have given it as a plus. So is that a star matching with the plus? No, the star is not matching with the plus operator. So it will come to the next case. In OP we have star, and next is that it is matching with the minus operation. No, it is not also matching with the minus operation. So again it will come and check with the next case. In the next case that we have a multiplication operator, so the star is matching the value that what we have given here is matching with the case value. So here it is matching with the case value, and whatever the statements we have given in this case, that will get executed. And here we are finding the product. So the A and B values we are multiplying by using a multiplication operator, and that value will be reflected in this control string, please. So that is the test case. The product is equals to 648. And the next test cases we are doing an modulus operator. So the modulus operator is used to find the remainder. So in OP, the value will have is a modulus operator, and the numbers that we are taking is A is equals to 34 and B is equals to 4. And next, and switch. So switch, we are writing this OP. So in this operator value, the value we have is a modulus. So this value should match with the any of the case value. So is it? So that modulus operator is not matching. The first case we have a plus, it is not matching with the plus. In the second case it is also not matching. In the third case we have multiplication operator, here also it is not matching. In the fourth case we have a division, there also it's not matching. And the fifth case we have the modulus operator. So the modulus operator, that is matching with the modulus operator. So then the statements what we have given in this particular case only will get executed. And here we are using the break statement to come out of this block. If you are not using this break statement, it will come and execute the next case. So here to avoid that situation, we are using the break statement. And after performing this modulus operation, 34 modulus 4. If we divide this 34 by 4, we will get the remainder as a 2. So the remainder we have got it as a 2. So this is an example of a simple calculator. So we can perform some arithmetic operations in the simple calculator. The next is difference between the switch and if-else-if ladder. In if-else-if ladder, we are going to check all the conditions, but coming to the if, we are going to check only one condition, and the condition, and after evaluating that condition, it directly jumps to the corresponding case. So see, the control goes through every else if until the true value of the statement, or it comes to the end of the else if ladder. Coming to the switch case, as per the value of this switch, the control jumps to the directly to the corresponding case, and that particular corresponding case will get evaluated. The statements what we have given in that case will get executed. And the next, the variable data type that can be used in the expression of if-else-if ladder is integer. But whereas in switch, it accepts integer type and also has a character type. So here we are the values we can use it as only integer types, but coming to the switch, we can use integers and also the characters. And the switch statement it is based on the equality operator, but in the else if ladder it is based on the true or false basis. So if the condition is true, then the particular true block statement will get executed in the else if ladder. If the particular condition is false, it will go and check for the next condition. So this process will get continued until the condition is found true. Or else, if any of the condition is not true, it will come directly to the else block, and else block statements will get executed. And coming to the switch, it is based on the equality operator. The case in the switch operator and the switch brackets, what we have given, that should be either it might be expression, it might be value, or else it might be the variable. In the variables also will contain the values. So whatever the values that are getting by solving this expression, so that value should match with the case values, case 1 or case 2 or case 3. So these values, after evaluating this expression, that should match with the case value. So it is working on the equality operator. So many problems we can solve by using this switch statement. We can perform some simple calculator as we see, and also we can find the character is a vowel or consonant by using this switch. And also we can print some numbers. If we give some numbers, the spellings of those numbers also can be printed by using the switch statement. And the time complexity of this switch is less compared to the else if ladder, because it is going to check each and every condition in the else if ladder. But coming to the switch, after it is directly checking whether it matches or not. So the time complexity is less compared to the else if ladder in the switch. And in the next class, we are going to learn about the loop control statements, that is repetition statements. We are also calling it as repetition statements. Thank you.